me live this way. Take my prayers on this crystals falling. Wet my cheeks on love, whispering every time my name. This my need, you to whisper again. Make me walk on this way, put my feet on this foam of waves, washing this fresh day, all the walk and tiredness. This aching heart has traced on the life I never thought I would ever know. All this time, all this breath in my life, I were longing you to come to me, you to make me know I'll be ever. Breathe the love of you, breathe the way I treasure within. Never let me be far from this need I will ever embrace. For I know this is the right to do, the right to fight. We know the certain, clear reality we should having as artigheden legt die af mat gaat ze. Golden tears, golden heart, golden ways that your hand made and be. Take a time for us. Take a time for us. It was suddenly a moment. It was suddenly something. I thought I would ever singing only in Hebraics and Tig Atziv Gani. It is registered already. The reality is how much times we just cry the need and always the claim for make it be. But the thing is, let's try this to be on the understanding have to be and running from that we know is not real or can be something which in false we perhaps suffer with the reality of some ways which are evil, to producing what is not exactly what I'm saying, to deliver us into denied us ever times that we never ever need. So suddenly, because if I were with no memory, my before video were just cut it. Sorry, my bad English. I gotta trap my tongue. Okay, and the reality of us. Where are we going to? What do we do? It's not easy. And whenever you are tired, you are tired. But even then, it's the most ever moment to the understanding whenever tiredness. How do I take strength enough? And how do I take the way in the possibility understanding this to be? So I can still forward and never giving in. Not easy, but not impossible. We can still do something. And we really still are, and we still have a God. Inshallah. So suddenly, so putting something else while here in this street in Buenos Aires, dealing with situations which the right word of mine here, this that pretense of governments are robbing me and trying to hide and never reach out nor a coin, pretending to deliver me into them plan, saying that I should be if I gotta work and if I don't internate it about car borders. Like I'm gonna show you something for you to understand what I mean. The reality of Plan es Trabajar Cristina Kirchner. A person that carries a chariot with dump to recycling, selling that back coins to living at the day, and with a homeless chunky tour profiling that they says I gotta be. The most of these persons were the business of the reality of Cristina Kirchner, Policía Federal Argentina, Ejército Argentino, making permanently the damages and the destructions for their consuming drugs and having a lost time, lost life with no chances of nothing. And they only cut the resource to trying to go living in the streets over the conflict of cannot be understood or holding a familiar life and being understandable on the reality of whatever they to live and not having a space for them own and the damages and destructions every day, for they just only can take a chariot and carrying on the streets wherever, whoever, whenever, even if raining or whatever to be, to pick up some cardboard and some bottles as polymeric plastic or simply glass or any possible recyclable dump from the whole of the population, the urban, for they to sell back coins and living at the day and carrying some chunky stuff, not all. And others just deliver some coins at a very familiar hotel all around the city or suburban for they can have another day living. That is the resource of Cristina Kirchner and what it robbed them about the supposed super sciences and human rights and the whole they gives with that excrement tale of, and what do you want? We to force them. And they're forced to rape and murder and destruction, saying this must be done. And the fellows there to go to having a chat about their soul and to catch joy. They deserve to be joyfully having a fun. Cristina Kirchner. So suddenly, I suppose manipulatively and further this. In this Argentina, which I don't have the resource because of this, delivers the whole of the manipulatively abominable machinery, telling that I to be an enemy of the people of the Argentina and its government, and they gotta rip away from me everything, and also from my family, telling that they gotta giving to the ones that works, saying that they will decide and determine what belongs to whom, and what is given in the land to whom, about the ones that serves the purpose of the generation that she says, any to serve the patriot is welcome to me, and she means any rapist, pedophilic, forger, degenerate, criminal, murderer, genocider, strategizing every kind of a crime and living of it and making a market of it, and a market of less humanity she lives off. That is their patriot, them patriot and her patriot. So suddenly, further dissolving at the reality of this, to set clear that I don't have no coin for that reason, because if I exhibit every day what they are and what they do, and fight it every day until I putting them like they put it ours, for the name of Yeshua. And the reality of Echumot Sechalecham, Sodoma, persecuting all the time. In the middle of Echumot Fechaltzecha Shechalivitza Machachim, on the Plefo Shefechalcha, Sodoma, persecuting all the time and making the Hocus Pocus national security. He reads, and I am the super devil divine. Befohuma Chalivesechalim, on the middle of the certain clear thing and facts of this soul, and lefochuma lasiheshofochulat melchamafechal tzicherishim, imotlemefechutzachelia. So suddenly, I'm supposed to be the enemy of Argentina and supposed to be the enemy of the government, of the patriot. And they wouldn't ever give me nothing, and whoever to try to help me gets raped, murdered, and stolen with the tale of everything of this belongs to us, and we are going to do with this whatever we want. Of course. So in the middle of the soul, and with no chances with the very conflict, domestic conflict, for the reason of themselves, making this also with my family, for my family to answer about the whole manipulative machinery of the generates pretended of mental health and welfare, and justice and forensics, and all order about supposed knowing who I am and what I do. Metropolitana, Policía Federal, CIDE, Armada Argentina, Ejército Argentino, Custodia Presidencial, Cuerpo Médico Forense, persecuting me and declaring that they know what I do and making up any classified generation for the having the coins of the pocket every day. I am just recording for justice bodies with my cell phone on the streets, while I should be in a rehearsal room, in a professional sound, making what this degenerate says I know I'm not capable to do in a forge. So, further this, and forgive me the change of mood. Bechmofechal semeshefechula fechatzi chalim. Adremefecholatzi heshefochalati mefochulumatsecha shechalim. So suddenly like to end this for this day. Just this. Perhaps something like, my love, there's only you in my life, the only thing that's bright, my ever love. You're every breath that I take, you're every step I make, and let's say, I want to share all my love with you, and no one else will do. And your eyes, they tell me how much you care. Oh yes, you will always be my endless love. Shalom. Echlevesicha chalchedit sachinim. Ishmot levechet sicha atzacham. Geolachachi da etsan Felchunan Asvetsi. This day is August 13th, 2014. And this should be already 1800 and already, I think, 1830, around there. Perhaps. And I am still Alejandro Blanco Redemi. Adonai will be with us. And Adonai will accomplish what he swore he would. And he's going to make it. Shalom.